Hey everyone, it's R.A.N.T, running and navigating trails, and today I'm here at the rail trail in West Boylston, Massachusetts. This run will connect the West Boylston Rail Trail with Trout Brook Reservation in Holden, Massachusetts. So this is a fantastic run for 3 seasons out of the year. When you live and train in the Northeast, or maybe you're hiking, or maybe you're just here for the scenery. In the wintertime, it gets a little dicey. When the first snow falls and there's thawing and the ground gets a little jagged and icy, and it's probably not a great place to train in the wintertime. Any other time of year, this is great. So this is a run you really can't mess up. I mean, you go out and back, there's going to be a gate at the very end. You return just about 5 miles even. There's some mile markers on the trees, 0.75, 1 mile. It's a beautiful gravel terrain, and I would say this is great for anybody. So as always, the most important thing is being safe. I have been attacked by a hawk here before. I have encountered a black bear. I have seen porcupines and foxes. Ultimately, if you do encounter a wild animal, you want to maintain eye contact the whole time, and you want to make yourself nice and big. You want to make a lot of noise. I would recommend coming with a whistle. And as my mother always says to me, don't forget your cell phone. So if you're going to be out here for a while, you probably want to bring the right nutrition. I personally like energy gels. These are really good, especially if they have caffeine in them. Or maybe you like some waffles. All right, so I'm gonna get ready to take off. Probably at least an hour and a half of running. And never gets easier. This is my working uniform. If it's over 70 degrees, I like to be shirtless. See you soon. All right, so check it. Once you get to this first bridge, there's a couple of paths you can take. If you go left up here, it'll basically lead you back to this main trail in a little bit. It's going to be kind of an incline, and unfortunately, there's kind of a lot of horse flies that way in the heat of the summer, so I tend to go this way, right next to the stream. There's a little bit of a hurdle. I'm gonna have to hop this log, but it is so scenic, so beautiful. I love coming over here. You might see some fly fishermen. Otherwise, everyone else here, walking or running or bike riding, they're not going to see this. This is a hidden gem. There's one. Oop, a little bit of an incline. Love it. Love that mixed terrain. Makes for fantastic running. And then living in a city, you come out to a place like this, the running is just incredible. The scents, the sights, the sounds, just so much different than being in the city. All right, gets a little fun. All right, gets a little fun. Keep following this trail. Watch out for the rocks and roots. Once you're on these side trails, you gotta be very careful with your footing. Also, watch out for poison ivy. There isn't any in this spot, but there might be a little further down. Whoop. Quick turn. Oh yeah. All right, so this again is the main path. We're now going over a second bridge. You can continue straight. There's going to be a gate not much further ahead. If you hit that gate, that's roughly 2.5 miles, and then you can return for about a 5-mile run. But what I like to do is I like to make a left over here. I love it. It's very natural. We're going to be running right along a river. And myself and some friends of mine, when I used to run here about 10 years ago, used to go swimming. There's a spot where the water's kind of still. So I'll show you where that is. That might be against the rules. I don't think park rangers come over here though. But I'm not advising you to break the law. Use your discretion. I'll stop and get some of the scenery a little further up. But yes, I've been running here for about 16 years now. And this is one of my favorite running spots. Actually, let's just call it my favorite. And that's why I chose to make this the location for my first YouTube video. I always felt like if I ran here the day before a race, I was gonna run a personal best the next day. But this is such a great place, anybody can enjoy it. Whether you're walking, hiking, running, riding a bike. I've seen people on bikes coming through here. And I'm sure you can see my arms moving. That's just my arm carriage. The location of the camera is basically on my chest, being held in place by a harness. All right, folks, here it is. Normally, there's a little more water than there is right now. This looks a little shallow, but yeah, we used to splash around right in here. Really not much water today, and it's pretty clean actually. You can see right to the bottom. You can see little fishies in there. So this is that gate I was talking about. Once you get here, you're about 2.5 miles in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna continue on to Trout Brook in Holden, Massachusetts. So you're on the road. This is a parking lot. Gonna get back on the trail. So this is probably my third time running here this year, and they're going to be doing some construction. So they have an orange fence up. As you can see, they've cut down a lot of trees. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna break the law. I'm gonna hook right around this fence. Whoop! And we're gonna continue on. All right, so here you're making a right. Left is brand new. I haven't been over there yet, but I just saw a family on bikes come from there. I'll have to make another video in the future to explore. But this, you're gonna have a downhill. You're gonna go back up. This is kind of a very steep hill actually. Woo! Screaming downhill. Hold on tight. Woo! All right, brace yourselves. It's like a roller coaster. As you can see, it's under construction. If you can't see it just yet, I'm coming up on some construction equipment. Some bikers up ahead. Then it's a decline heading down. As you see, they've done some digging. They're probably going to put some grass or bushes there. It's going to look great. So we're coming to the end of the path, and as you can see, there's a road. We're going to have to cross over in order to get to Trout Brook. You got to be very careful here. Cars move kind of quick, and as you can see, someone's coming out of the parking lot. So I'm going to wait for that person to pass, or maybe he's going to let me go. This road is under construction. That is also new. It's not normally like this. So as soon as they figure this out, it should be a much easier path to Trout Brook. We're basically going to go right by the construction, bang a quick left. There's the sign for Trout Brook Reservation, making that left. And you have the gate. Love it. It says Trout Brook. All right, homies, you got a bathroom here in Trout Brook, which is great. There is not one on the rail trail anymore. Ever since COVID happened, they took it away. It's been so hot this summer, you can see that this water over here is shallow. There's normally a lot more. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook around this. We're gonna enter the trail part of Trout Brook. Whoop. Watch your footing here. It's gonna get a little messy. As you can see, a lot of rocks and roots. I'm going to put this in the moderate category. I think you should probably be, proficient in running, hiking, biking, whatever activity you're doing in here. All right, so from here, we're going up. This can get a little messy. If it's rained, it can get pretty muddy. So you want to be very careful with your footing, especially if you're running like me. We're going to make a right and go up again. And it's going to smooth out once we crest. It's kind of steep. As you can tell, I'm laboring a little bit on that one, but it won't kill me. I've got a long way to go. All right, so we're coming up on a little tiny bridge. This area right here can get really messy if it's wet or if it rains. We're going to continue on. And let's go left. You can go right. It kind of leads to a dead end, so I like going left. And as you can see, it's a little wet up ahead. It rained yesterday. All right, so if you stayed on that trail the whole time, you got the red trail to your right. I'm gonna go left here. I think it makes for a more scenic run. And it's kind of like you're running on the side of a hill. Once you go down here, this is white, as you can see on the tree. Again, this is Trout Brook and Holden. We're gonna go right again. I love the scenery over here. And white is gonna get nice and tight. Love it. This is beautiful. Rocks and roots, but you got some water over there to the left. Doesn't really matter which way you go there, you're going to connect. See? So right here, you're going to hook a right, red and blue. This is going to be the Bob Elms Trail. All right, right here, continue straight. As you can see, Bob Elms Trail, established in 1994. You're going to make it right here. If you go left, that's basically going to lead to horse trails and private property. So you're going to want to continue right. All right, hopefully I didn't lose you. We're still on the red trail. You can see the red on the tree. Just keep rolling along. And now what we're doing is we're heading back. We're going to exit Trout Brook and head back to the rail trail. So this might sneak up on you. We're going downhill. Got to be very careful here with your footing. A lot of rocks and roots, but I got this. Make sure you go left here, because if you go right, you're going to make the same loop we just completed. All right, going downhill again. This is still red and white, so stay with me. More downhill. Woo. Rocks and roots, be careful. All right, so we crossed over the bridge. Actually, I would say your biggest danger out in these woods, believe it or not, is domestic dogs. Sometimes people don't have them on leashes, and everybody says their dog is friendly. For the most part, they are, but sometimes they're not. And if you're training very seriously for a big race, or a marathon, or any type of athletic competition, you really don't want to be, you know, thrown off your training cycle because you got attacked by a dog. But we're gonna bang it right here. Like I said, we're just exiting now. Gets a little dicey, fallen trees and stuff. We just had a hurricane recently, and some branches and trees fell, some random sticks. But for the most part, all these trails are in great shape. They're well maintained. So as you can see, the light at the end of the tunnel, we're coming back to that pond. So we're gonna get back to the road. We're just basically gonna do the reverse of what we did. All right, goodbye, Trout Brook. See you next time. All right, crossing over again. Clear. All right, so we're passing that construction equipment again. And remember, you're mirroring what you did on the way out. So we took a right, now we're taking a left back. Remember, you're taking a left. We took a right to get here. We're gonna go through that orange fence again. All right, going down, this is the gate. So you know we have roughly 2.5 miles back to where the parking lot is. Quick left, whee! All right, ladies and gentlemen, we did it. We got our run in at the West Boylston Rail Trail in Trout Brook. I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe. Let me know what I can do better next time. Thank you very much for watching.